Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Time to go ahead and recap the overall day. So all together on the day, I finally exceeded, it's good to be back to a four-figure day in the stock market. Today I cleared a little bit over $1,000 profit. Again, my first order was at 8:46 a.m. So this is about 1 hour after the market opened. The Learn Plan Profit Group got to see it all happen. I made about $380 on that one trade. That was my most efficient, my most efficient trade, and then my second to last trade was one of my most efficient as well. Shortly after that, I saw an opportunity present itself on UGAZ, took that, sold it. So that was 2-day trades. Bought another position, sold it. I believe at that point, I was a little bit over $500 profit. Traded 2 more times. I got to $953. And again, although I say it so many times, I did end up seeing a small opportunity present itself, and then we got a little bit over that $1,000 mark. So my last trade ended up being at 10:37 a.m. So about 2 hours of trading to not only, again, my daily goal has been $500 profit. Yesterday, I didn't take any positions, so this really is just making up for yesterday's day, if you want to view it that way. On Monday, I had a $500 day, so very happy with how today played out. I'm completely done. I'm completely so pumped about how today played out. So we got natural gas pushing back up, DGAS back at 147, but I want to show you, I was borderline about to cut losses on DGAS, and if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit Group, I trade live with them every single morning, right? They saw me take the position. Everything was going according to plan. I should have locked in profits, and then things begin to go south. I was down, if I'm not mistaken, about like $250, something like that. I was trading with, if I'm not mistaken, 250 shares. So that's about $40,000, right? And I like to manage my risk at about like 1%, 1.2%. It looks like natural gas is pushing up still, dropping DGAS. All of a sudden, DGAS began to push up. It began to run. I locked in profits at 150. So I was like, okay, cool, right? I made $380 profit on this 1-day trade. Cool. It's now, I'm already halfway to my daily goal. I waited for natural gas. What actually ended up happening was I took a position on UGAZ, which is the inverse ETF, right? So when DGAS goes up, UGAZ goes down. But I'll talk about that one in just a little bit. I saw DGAZ end up selling off right down to this SMA line, this middle view up. I waited for it to indicate signs of an uptrend. As you guys could see, I added an additional 250 shares here and then sold it at 150.60 right here. So it hit highs of 151.36. So it almost pushed up a whole other dollar after I sold, and that was very exciting. And then my last day trade on DGAS was I waited for it to pull back. Again, I was super close to my $1,000 like goal that I wanted to hit, and I was able to catch it right here, and then it began to indicate signs of an uptrend. I locked in profits at 150. So that's what led to my success. I made a majority of my money, no question about it, on DGAS, right? I need to break down UGAS. I did do make a decent amount. It wasn't anything crazy. It was 179. And what ended up happening was right after I locked in profits on DGAS, natural gas continued to sell off. And then I began to see this thing indicate signs of a reversal. And one of the things that I love to do is I post updates. These are not recommendations. That's not what I'm here to do. But I post updates as time goes on. And I was reminding everyone that natural gas was extremely oversold, to lock in your profits on DGAS if you see there to be a resistance. And then that's pretty much when we began to see a pop. There goes UGAS. Again, just reminding everyone to not lock in profits. UGAS consolidating, popped again, approaching middle view up. Again, just reminding everyone that natural gas had a very consistent pattern. It honestly just broke it right now. Look at all this. Look at all this. This is the middle VWAP. This is just something that I use as an indicator, but you can see that almost every single time, every time that it approaches this middle VWAP, it got rejected. Every time that it approaches this middle VWAP, it got rejected. This is the time that I took my position when I was in DGAS. That's why I was so patient. I was borderline about to cut losses, but I was like, look, all the previous times it got rejected. So if it shows signs of higher highs, then I'll cut losses, but it didn't. It got rejected and then sold off. and then it approached, again, the SMA line, the middle VWAP. I reminded everyone to lock in profits. Again, if this pattern does continue, patterns tend to repeat themselves, they don't have to. It got rejected, and when that got rejected, I waited for confirmation, took my other position on DGAS, made a little bit more there, and again, it kind of just followed through. One of the things that you begin to see is that natural gas was no longer making lower lows. It was kind of almost offering this like horizontal support right around 2.38. It did a very good job holding above that. So although it is showing signs of it selling off, it is not aggressively selling off when it comes down to support levels. It's just the overall resistance that are making higher lows. So it's not much of a surprise that we actually see natural gas push up now. But altogether, very happy with how today played out. Again, a goal is something to work towards, not something that you have to hit every single day. I've been so thankful, so blessed. This is 2 weeks in a row. Last week, it was Thanksgiving week, right? I started the week off with a $3,000 profit. So it's been about a week and a half since I've hit my $1,000. It's not my $1,000 goal, but it's really nice to have a 4-figure day, right? And this is my, second time in 2 weeks when it comes down to the profits that I make in the stock market that I was able to hit that. We've been green ever since, and again, trying to keep those losses small and trying to lock in those profits. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that I earned your thumbs up. Don't forget, we made this reverse stock split cheat sheet, and it's a free PDF. If you guys didn't see it already, the cheat sheet looks something like this. And if you want to have a better understanding of what a reverse stock split is, and then it explained, and then we give you an example, and then why they happen, again, that free PDF is the first link down below. I do want to remind you, it's just simply one of my favorite days to day trade in the stock market. It's tomorrow, it's the natural gas report, and I would love to invite you so you can watch me trade live. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more about the Learn Plan Profit Group, that's going to be that third link down below. Learn a little bit more about it, see if it's a good fit for you, and altogether, really looking forward to being a part of your success. Like always, guys, continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.